Sleep builds power. Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. Today is Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021, and we're continuing our discussion on sleep builds power. So over the past 2 days, we have established that your body benefits greatly from a good night's sleep of 7 to 8 hours. And we've also advocated for the power nap of 15 to 20 minutes in the middle of the day. That reinvigorates your mind, it reinvigorates your body. But now the question becomes, how do you give yourself the best chance of having a good night's sleep? It doesn't do you any good to spend 7 or 8 hours in bed if the sleep is not restful. So we'll talk about that. But in the meantime, please click on the thumbs up button below. And if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Remember, I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, and questions. And if you're viewing this live on Wednesday, March 3rd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, please use the chat box on the right side of the screen. Otherwise, if you're viewing this at any other time, you're in replay mode. So please use the comment section below this video. And remember the thumbs up button. So let's go over some pointers to increase your chances of having a good night's sleep. Let's see what we got here. Number one in getting a good night's sleep is get outside for at least a half hour each day, even if you don't feel like it. We're energy beings, and so our bodies are energized by the light. Additionally, daylight, even on cloudy days, has more energy than any artificial light we may have. So it will feed our circadian clock. It feeds the body and the body's energy to reinforce that the body knows that it's daytime and that it's time to be awake. Then later in darkness, when you want to go to sleep, your body will cooperate. Number two. Don't drink alcohol or smoke pot in the 2 hours before bed. The reason for this is because, yes, they are depressants and they can make you sleepy. But they might even put you to sleep. But when they wear off, your body wakes up. Because after the downer effect wears off, they become stimulants. I learned that the hard way. When I was younger, I would smoke marijuana to fall asleep, but it only worked for like 3 hours. Then I'd be wide awake wondering what to do with the rest of my night. I eventually figured out that using marijuana to go to sleep was a bad idea. Number 3, stop thinking and write it down. Too many times I've taken my work to bed with me and my mind wouldn't stop spinning. And when the mind is spinning, sleep is not easy to come by. Instead, write down what's bothering you. Write down the problem and then let it go. This will allow your conscious mind to relax and get some rest. You might find that when the morning comes, the answer comes along with it because your subconscious had a chance to access the answer without your conscious mind getting in the way. It's been known to happen. Number 4, set up a consistent work schedule. Now, one of the most powerful abilities your body has is that it can memorize, it can habituate. It memorizes the route you drive every morning so that you don't really have to pay attention after a few times. In fact, you hop in the car and next thing you know you're at work and you haven't even noticed how you got there because your body has trained itself on getting you there, on memorizing the route. It can also be trained to sleep. If you set up a certain time that you go to bed every night, if you do that, after a while, your body is going to automatically get sleepy as the right time approaches on the clock. It becomes a habit, and habits are powerful if you use them to your advantage. Number 5, take your power nap before 4 p.m. Remember I told you that your body experiences a drop in energy about 8 hours after you wake up. And then when you take a nap, your body is uplifted for another 8 hours. So if your nap comes after 4 p.m., you're probably looking at staying awake past midnight. So make sure that your nap happens before 4 o'clock. That way you can take full advantage of your body's natural tendencies to wear down after 8 hours. Number 6, turn off the lights. Remember that Teddy Pendergrass song? Turn off the lights. Your body sleeps a whole lot better when it's in the dark because that's what it's built to do. If light creeps in, then your body is fooled into thinking that it's time to be active, and it stops producing melatonin, and it's melatonin that moves the body into a state of sleep. So light destroys the flow of melatonin. Now, the sneaky destroyers of darkness that you don't even think about is your technology devices, your TV, your computer, your smartphone. They all emit a blue light that can disrupt your body's sensors. So stay away from them for at least 30 to 60 minutes before it's time for you to go to bed. And then make sure they are turned off. Make sure they are turned off. Or better yet, make sure they're in a different room altogether. And if you must have your phone in the same room with you, cover it up with a piece of cloth or something so that the light is blocked. Otherwise, that phone light is going to hurt you. That phone light is going to wake you up. Number 7, lower the temperature. Your body likes a cool, dark place where it sleeps. That's the mammal in you. Remember, bats and bears and small mammals like to sleep in caves that are cool and dark. That environment helps the body to relax and feel safe. It's a psychological thing, and it's instinctive. It's in the cells. So if you recreate that environment by cooling the room down, making sure that it's completely dark, it's like being safe inside a cave, and then you will have a deeper, more restful sleep. We keep our rooms and our houses too warm, and that causes the body to wake up and be on the alert instead of sleeping. So when you go to bed at night, make sure that the temperature is 70, between 68 and 70. That's where the body feels most comfortable sleeping, relaxing, and being safe. Number 7. Well, that was number 7. Number 8. Don't work in bed. Don't work in bed. Remember, the body will habituate. The body will memorize what you do. And so if you work in bed over and over, what happens is that you've established a pattern, and the body's going to react to that pattern. So if you do work in bed, your body will set itself up in work mode whenever you get into bed instead of in sleep mode when you get into bed. You don't want that. So don't tempt your body by establishing the energy of a work mode. You want to go to sleep when you get in bed. So work someplace else. Work in a different room. Work in a different, if you've got a studio apartment, work in a different part of the room, away from the bed, so that when you get into bed, the body knows that's what it's for, is to the sleep pattern or the sex pattern, but not the work pattern. Remember, the body is going to habituate. So the bed is for sleep and sex only. Everything else is done away from the bed. Number 8. If you wake up, get out of bed. If you wake up, get out of bed. If you wake up in the middle of the night and are having trouble getting back to sleep, get out of bed. This is to prevent the bed space from being filled with that energy of frustration, because it's going to hang around. Remember, we're in an energy environment. We are energy beings, so we are emitting energy, and we live in an energy space. So it'll hang around. So what you want to do is get your frustration away from the bed so that the body, when it comes back to the bed, it has a calm, safe space to go into. Go into another room or go away from the bed and try reading a book until you get sleepy. And then when you get sleepy, go back to bed. Do not read a book that's going to pump you up like a suspense thriller, because that's not going to help. It's just going to make you bring up the adrenaline and get you more pumped up, and you're not going to be sleepy. So when you get sleepy, when you read a book and you get sleepy, go back to bed, and the sleep energy is there waiting for you to surround you. So that's how you're going to get a good night's sleep. It's well established that sleep is essential to your physical and mental health. And according to many health professionals, sleep has a whole list of benefits for our mind and our body. Sleep can lower your blood pressure and your cholesterol. Sleep can reduce the risk of developing breast and colon cancer. Sleep improves your memory. Sleep enhances your ability to think positively instead of negatively. Sleep repairs your muscles. Sleep rebuilds your energy reserves. Sleep reduces the risk of diabetes. Sleep strengthens your immune system. Sleep can help you control your weight. All those things. Sleep is beneficial for you, and getting a good night's sleep is a very powerful thing to do. It's going to empower you. That the beneficial effects of sleep on the body will multiply your ability to deliver a great performance doing the things that you want to do when you're awake, like problem solving or exercise or stress management. Remember, infinite intelligence is always communicating with us. It's always guiding us. We only have to become aware of it and sensitive to its urgings. So if we are well rested and clear, calm, then our sensitivity to the messages and urgings and guidance of infinite intelligence is enhanced. There's a lot of talk these days about being woke when it comes to social issues. But I think it's also very important to be awake and aware of infinite intelligence as we move through our day. We are spiritual warriors, but we can only be effective spiritual warriors if we enjoy a full 7 or 8 hours of restful, peaceful sleep every night. Every night. There is power in sleep. There is power in good, peaceful, restful sleep. So, sleep tight. Sleep tight. And let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence, And because we are part of the greater whole, we are beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. As we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. And we know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger, and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. So, thank you again for watching. This has been a series on the power of sleep. Sleep builds power. Sleep makes you a more powerful person in that it gives you clarity and peace and calm and insight and sensitivity. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Remember, thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen. If you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. And I'd love to see your questions, thoughts, and comments, which would be at the comment section below the video. In the meantime, I am Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.